What is up, world? You are in tune to We Are DC for L. That is, we are Dallas Cowboys for life here at the Cowboys Global Cast on the FFSN network. Man, we just had a draft that just happened, first round. And the Cowboys got Molly Smith from Michigan. Me and Tom are here, and we want to talk about it briefly, man. Tom, tell me, what did you think of this pick, bro?
Yeah, so a couple things. One, Mozzie Smith is a guard and center eating nose tackle type, right? He definitely fills a hole, right? Like this is an area of need. We've got Hankins. Hankins is serviceable in lieu of actually having someone that can sort of excel in that role. Hankins is a decent stopgap, but he's not really that good. And I think you saw what the Cowboys thought of him, in this offseason, based on, I think he's making close to the veteran minimum. So this is a hole we needed to fill. LVE, he's not taking on blockers. Those guys that get to the second level, he's not taking on and shedding those blockers. This is one of the reasons why we've struggled this past season against the run, is because we don't have the run stopping, 340-pound nose tackle or, the big three techniques, and then we also don't have the linebackers that can stand up when those centers and guards get to the next level. So it's a very good fit. What I have no doubt that, I haven't been on Twitter. I've been, eyes on the draft the last 4 hours. But I guarantee you one of the things that you're seeing online and on Twitter is what a reach. I do think it's a bit of a reach. I think that he's probably more like an early to mid, like second round guy. But I don't think that there were a lot of alternatives. It's like, just because you want to trade back, I think they got into that spot and they wanted to trade back. But just because you want to trade back, that doesn't mean that there's anybody there to trade with you, right? So you don't want to. I think what they were trying to do was to trade back somewhere, maybe even later in the first round, early to mid second round. But you don't want to draft into the late second round. You don't want your first pick to come at 50. I mean, nobody's going to be happy about that. Nobody wants to see him do that. So you saw that they didn't get the pick in until like a minute left on the clock.
You had less than 30 seconds.
Less than 30 seconds. They were on the phones. That whole time trying to find somebody. And the fact that Buffalo moved up to 25 and took Kincaid tells me that there may have been some, concern there that we were going to take Kincaid. So that may have been who we were targeting at 26. I think most people probably would have been fairly happy with that pick. But Mozzie Smith, he definitely plugs a hole. He's going to be a good player. I mean, like, this is the best run stopping defensive tackle in this draft class. In that pure nose tackle mold. So was it a bit of a reach? Yes, but given what the alternatives were there, I think they were in a tough spot where they wanted to trade back and just couldn't. So all things considered, if you can't trade back there and you have to make a pick, I think it's a good pick.
Yeah, I think our guys were gone, and when we looked at trade value, we was like, okay, let's see if we get one. And I'm like you, I feel like they were not getting anything close to the first round, end of the first round or the beginning of the second. So they were like, hey, let's just call it a day. Let's get a guy that's on our board, who we're really high on. Mozzie is that guy. Mozzie is the strongest player in the draft. And I echo Tom's sentiments when I say he's going to keep linebackers clean.
Yep.
This is a guy that's going to keep linebackers clean. He may take up double teams. And here's the thing. If this guy eats double teams and you got Micah coming from the other side, oh my gosh. There becomes a problem now. If you got to double team the guy in the middle, you don't have enough help for the guy on the outside. Not at all. And then Tank is still serviceable. I think he makes everybody around him better. At
I think
first,
so
I
too.
mean, I'm looking at the Twitter comments, and they're saying, Dallas never takes the best available. I was silent when I heard the pick. I withhold judgment. I keep hearing that. I'm just glad we didn't take a tight end. And I said this throughout the whole process. I'm good with Fergie. I'm good with Hendershot. We gonna get one later. We got a lot of picks coming. We've got a pick in every round. You got a pick in every round, and you don't know what they're planning to do. D Hop didn't fall to the Ravens like everybody thought he was gonna. There's still people out there that can help us wide receiver wise, and then there's still things that we can do on our roster to move. The book isn't finished being written, so I like this guy because of the simple fact that LVE is going to be able to run now. Remember, like he did in the very beginning of his career, he was running. Him and Jalen Smith were getting to the ball. They were making tackles. They were doing the things that good out linebackers, long linebackers do. And get this, like I said, if you got somebody who's making a push up the middle, right, and the quarterback's dropping back, and you got Micah going, and the linebackers able to drop back, that made us better in pass defense too. So I like to pick little bit of a reach, not as much of a reach as Will McDonald, but a little bit of a reach, and we'll take it. I mean, that was the best that we could get at that position, and I like it.
Yep. All things considered, I think it's a good pick.
All things considered. Hey, listen, we thank you guys for listening to us. We will be back tomorrow. We will kind of detail and go over our picks in the second and third round. We will talk about it. We'll get it in. We thank you guys for listening. I know this is going to be here when you guys wake up. You're excited. I hope you get excited about this pick. This pick is going to make our team better. And remember, we said it. We've told you already. We're 48, 49 men in already. We don't need that many ballers. So if we can get a couple good ones, we've did it. For myself and for Tom, man, we thank you guys for watching and for listening. We out of here. We are DC4L here on the Cowboys Global Cast. Peace.